think one of the boys said to me after the game, they said, so, you know, how does it feel? And I don't think it's quite sunk in yet that, you know, in next year I'm not going to be running around in pre-season coming last in the 3K runs and that sort of thing. Yeah. It's never been a strong point of mine in running, but, you know, I think over the next couple of days I'll have a bit of time to reflect on things, and I think the overriding thing that comes through is just the good people that are part of East Perth Footy Club. I've been thinking about it over the last few days, and you know what it is to be an East Perth person. And I think today there was probably, you know, other than Breno who came across from Perth and he just embraced the East Perth way of doing things, and has had a fantastic career, overcoming a lot of obstacles along the way. But Wolfie, Craig Wolf, he smashed up his face 4 weeks ago, and I don't think there would have been a single person in the world who could have stopped him from playing today. And, you know, Wolfie's just been, I don't know, I played Colts footy with Wolfie's older brother, and so it's always sort of been a little bit of a big brother sort of thing, you know. I've always sort of tried to, you know, help Wolfie out where I could, but the thing was he was playing league and I was still back in the round. So, overshot me a little bit, that wasn't quite the way I was supposed to work. And Frankie Agostino, you know, if people could actually understand and know what Frankie's gone through in the last few years at East Perth, and the fact that he can still get out there and play footy the way he does, you know, it's just a credit to him. And at last year's Fairest and Best count, when he won the Fairest and Best, I think I'd had a couple of beers that night, but Frankie said to me, I think you're a bit more excited than me. And I said, I think I am, Frankie. And just to watch Frankie's career come up through, you know, from under 16, when, you know, we used to get the newsletters and there's this 15, 16-year-old kid who's just killing them, and he's come up and had the knee injury and, you know, always played as a forward. And then I remember the games had him managed up, actually. Warren Marnie had Henry, you know, chucked the towel in, and Pudu, in the team meeting, he said to him, Frankie, I'm going to play you in the back line, and it's either going to make or break your career. And what an absolute career it's made, because, you know, Frankie just never taken the back step. The other one is Plucker. Plucker's been, you know, another one of these boys who's come up from the lower southwest, and he's had his fair share of, you know, things that have kept him down over the years, and, you know, he gave up footy for a year and went over to England playing cricket and that sort of thing. And every time Plucker comes back, he's always in and under, and he's always, you know, copping the sort of treatment that Plucker cops, and he just bounces up and gets on with things. And, you know, today he's had a fantastic game. And, I think with those sort of blokes around who have come up through the Colts, up through the Reds and into the league, the club's in a good spot with them still here. And, you know, then we've got the old mate Cowley. Cowley, you know, as a physio, Cowley would have been ruled out today, he wouldn't have played. But he's another bloke who just, you know, you wouldn't have been able to keep him out of the game. And, you know, Cowley's another bloke who's come and he's embraced the club. And the way he goes about his footy is just an absolute inspiration, you know. He's not the biggest bloke, but he's always in there at the bottom of the pack. And I suppose that was one of the main things that I always tried to do in my career, was to be the bloke who would be able to, you know, tap it down to him, and then just get in and try to take someone off his ass, you know. If I could clobber a few blokes and stop them clobbering him and not get a kick, I was the happiest man alive. But you know, and I think that's what sums East Perth up. And again, we find ourselves in that sort of spot. There's these sort of people who play here who just, they don't know how to give up. They don't give up when most normal people would, they just keep putting themselves through what they have to do, and they just keep going and going and going. And it's not only the players, it's the support staff. I was talking to Georgie before, and he said he started down here in 1986. I think that most of our league team probably hasn't even been born then. So, that's the sort of people we got around. And the old mate Perth, who came up through who was a Colts manager when I started, and he followed me up through the regions and the league again. And Fergus has been around for forever, and the amount of work that these sort of blokes do. When most other people would just go, you know what, I've had enough, but East Perth people don't. And all of the supporters as well. Today hasn't been the best day for us as a club, and the season hasn't quite finished how we would have liked it, but everyone's still here, that's just what we do. And, just to quickly finish off, I'd just like to thank all my family and my friends who have come today, and you've probably heard them throughout the day. I apologise for that, but I think they've had a pretty good day at the office, so... Thanks, mate. And, my family has been such a support for me over the years that I wouldn't have been able to do what I've been able to do without them. And to my beautiful wife, Michelle, who in the last couple, the last year has been pretty tough for us with these two blokes. And, don't worry about that, they'll both definitely pull on the black and blue. She's just been such a support to me and just helped me out so much over the years that I just can't thank her enough. So, that's all I've got to say. And everyone comes
with Tim, actually, a bit of history also. Tim was the last of the league players to play with Perth. So that's just a bit of trivia, but certainly there's another era gone.